Have you ever wondered what mysteries our planet is hiding? If you look beyond the cities, the roads, and the everyday places we see, you'll discover that Earth is full of incredible wonders waiting to be explored. Some of these places look so strange and so beautiful that they almost don't seem real. They look like scenes from fantasy movies, dreams, or even distant planets far across the galaxy. Our world is not just forests, mountains, and oceans as we usually imagine. There are deserts that shine like gold under the sun, caves that glow like stars in the night, lakes that are pink as bubble gum, and mountains that rise like giant stone towers into the clouds. Some of these places have stories that go back millions of years. Others are so rare that scientists are still trying to understand how they were formed. Today, we are going to explore the 10 most unique lands on Earth, places that will make you say, "I had no idea something like this even existed." As we journey from continent to continent, each location will be more surprising, more mysterious, and more unforgettable than the one before. So open your mind, use your imagination, and get ready to travel to some of the most magical wonders our planet has to offer. Are you ready? Let's begin our adventure. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Our first stop takes us to a place that looks like the world's largest mirror, Salar de Uyuni, located high in the mountains of Bolivia in South America. Picture this. You are standing on a wide, open land that stretches farther than your eyes can see. Instead of grass or dirt, the ground beneath you is made of pure white salt. It is so bright that it almost looks like snow, but when you touch it, it feels rough and dry like tiny crystals. Millions of years ago, this whole area was covered by a giant salty lake. When the lake dried up, it left behind a flat sheet of salt as wide as a small country. Because of how perfectly level and smooth the land is, scientists use it to help calibrate satellites in space. That means this place is so flat, even outer space technology relies on it. But the real magic happens when it rains. Just a thin layer of water turns the salt flat into a mirror to the sky. Clouds, mountains, and even the sun above appear perfectly reflected on the ground. It feels like you are standing between two skies, one above your head and one beneath your feet. People who visit say the experience feels peaceful, dreamlike, and almost otherworldly. Walking there is like stepping into a place where Earth and the sky gently meet. If this is only our first destination, imagine what wonders are still ahead. Let's keep traveling to Zhangjiajie National Forest, China. Our next destination rises high into the sky, like a world carved by giants. We are visiting the Zhangjiajie National Forest in China, a place so magical that it inspired the floating mountains in the movie Avatar. When you first arrive, you don't just see mountains. Instead, you see hundreds of tall, thin stone pillars reaching upward, like ancient towers made of rock. Some are as tall as skyscrapers. Many are covered in green trees and plants that grow right on the stone peaks. Mist and clouds often drift between them, making the whole area look mysterious and otherworldly, like a secret world hidden in the sky. The forest feels peaceful, but it also feels powerful, like nature is showing what it can create over millions of years. Wind, rain, and time slowly shaped these stone pillars, carving them into the massive shapes we see today. There are walkways and bridges that let travelers explore high above the valleys. One bridge, the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, is made of clear glass, so when you walk across it, you can see straight down hundreds of meters to the ground below. Some people feel brave, others feel their hearts race. But whether you are watching from below or exploring from above, Zhangjiajie makes you feel small in a good way. It reminds us that Earth has the power to create places more magical than any fantasy story. And guess what? Our adventure is only getting more astonishing. The Sahara Desert, Africa. Now we travel to one of the most famous and powerful landscapes on Earth, the Sahara Desert in Africa. Most people imagine deserts as empty, endless fields of sand. And yes, the Sahara has huge rolling sand dunes that stretch farther than the horizon. But the Sahara is much more than just sand. The Sahara is the largest hot desert in the world. It is so big that if it were a country, it would be one of the largest on Earth. During the day, temperatures can rise so high that the air shimmers like a mirage, and the sand feels like fire under your feet. But at night, the temperature can drop so low that it becomes freezing cold. The desert is a land of extremes, hot and cold, bright and dark, silent and powerful. But here is something most people don't know. The Sahara wasn't always a desert. Scientists discovered that thousands of years ago, the Sahara was full of life. Rivers, lakes, plants, and animals. Ancient cave paintings show that people once lived there, hunting animals and farming the land. Over time, Earth's climate shifted and the region slowly dried, turning into the golden desert we know today. Even now, the Sahara is not empty. There are mountains, hidden oases with cool water and palm trees, and entire communities of people who have learned to live in harmony with this tough environment. They travel across the desert with camels, following old trade routes and ancient knowledge passed down for generations. The Sahara may seem silent, but it holds secrets of the past buried deep beneath its sands. Every grain tells the story of how Earth can change, dramatically, beautifully, and mysteriously. And as we move forward, our next destination will take us from the blazing desert to the brilliant world under the sea. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. Now we dive beneath the waves into a world filled with color, movement, and life. Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, located off the coast of Australia, the largest coral reef system in the entire world. If you were to look at it from space, you would actually be able to see it. That's how massive it is. The Great Barrier Reef is made up of thousands of tiny living creatures called coral polyps. These small animals come together and form coral, creating underwater cities full of shapes, patterns, and colors. But the reef is more than just coral. It is a whole community. Brightly colored fish dart between coral branches, like birds flying between trees. Sea turtles glide peacefully through the clear blue water. Starfish, stingrays, jellyfish, and even small sharks call this place home. Every corner is alive, every color is glowing, and every movement tells a story of ocean life. The reef is also very delicate. Changes in the ocean's temperature, pollution, and damage from storms can harm the coral and the animals that depend on it. That's why scientists and caretakers work hard to protect and preserve this underwater wonder. Swimming through the Great Barrier Reef feels like entering a dream, a world full of beauty that seems almost too perfect to be real. It reminds us that Earth holds treasures not just on land, but deep in the oceans we rarely get to see. And now, from glowing waters, we move to a canyon shaped by time itself, swirling stone and sunlight. Antelope Canyon, United States. Our next stop is a place carved by nature's patient hands. Antelope Canyon, located in the deserts of Arizona in the United States. At first, from the outside, it might look like just another crack in the rock. But once you step inside, it feels like you've entered a glowing, sculpted world made entirely of stone and light. Over thousands of years, wind and water from sudden desert floods carved the sandstone into smooth, flowing shapes. The walls twist and curve like waves frozen in time. They rise high above your head, forming a narrow passageway that you walk through. The most breathtaking part comes when sunlight shines down into the canyon. As the light slips in through cracks above, the stone walls begin to glow, turning shades of orange, red, gold, and rose. It looks like the canyon is lit from within, as if the rocks themselves are shining. The air inside is cool and still, almost silent. Every step reveals a new swirl, a new pattern, a new sculpture shaped purely by nature. Some parts are so narrow you can touch both walls at once, while other parts open up into tall chambers that make you look up in awe. Photographers from all over the world come to capture its beauty, because no 2 days look the same. The light changes, the colors shift, and the canyon seems alive, gently holding the memory of every flood that shaped it. Antelope Canyon reminds us that even the strongest stone can be shaped by time. Slowly, quietly, beautifully. Now, from glowing stone walls, we travel into darkness, where the stars appear not in the sky, but inside a cave. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Now we travel to a place where night seems to shine from the inside out, the Waitomo Glowworm Caves in New Zealand. When you enter the cave, the outside world slowly disappears. The sounds become quieter, the air becomes cooler, the walls feel ancient and smooth. You continue deeper until everything is dark, completely dark. But then, something magical begins to happen. Above you, tiny blue-green lights start to appear. 1, then 10, then hundreds, until the whole cave ceiling looks like a sky filled with stars. But these aren't stars, they are glowworms. Glowworms are small creatures that shine to attract food. They hang from the cave ceiling, lighting up the darkness like sparkling fairy lights. The glow is soft, calm, and mysterious. Not bright like a flashlight, but gentle like the Milky Way. Visitors gently travel through the cave in small boats, drifting on still water. There are no engines, no talking, only the quiet sound of water moving. The cave seems to breathe around you, glowing from above like a secret universe hidden underground. The glowworms only live in special conditions: darkness, peace, and clean air, so the caves are carefully protected. This reminds us that nature's wonders are delicate and must be treated with care. In the Waitomo Caves, you are not just looking at nature, you are floating beneath a living galaxy, a sky that exists only in this hidden world. From a glowing underground sky, we now climb upward, toward a mountain so strange it seems lifted straight out of a fantasy novel. Mount Roraima, South America. Our journey now takes us high into the clouds, where one of the strangest mountains on Earth rises like a giant stone table. This is Mount Roraima, located where 3 countries meet: Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Unlike most mountains with pointed peaks or slopes, Mount Roraima has flat land at the top and almost vertical cliffs all around. It looks like someone cut a giant block of stone and placed it on the earth. The sides of the mountain are so steep that they seem impossible to climb. For centuries, local people believed the top was home to spirits or beings from another world. And when you reach the top, it truly feels like another planet. The top of Mount Roraima is often surrounded by clouds. When the clouds drift apart, you can see strange rock formations, unusual plants, and small pools of water reflecting the gray sky. Some of the plants that live here grow nowhere else on Earth. They adapted to survive in a place where the soil is thin, the air is cool, and rain falls almost every day. Because it is so isolated and high above the jungle, many scientists compare Mount Roraima to a lost world, a world untouched by time, where nature follows its own rules. Legend says that Mount Roraima was once the trunk of a mighty tree that held all the fruits and plants on Earth. Though it may just be a story, standing at the top does make you feel like you're standing on something ancient, mysterious, and powerful. From a mountain in the clouds, we now travel to something bright, surprising, and truly unbelievable: a pink lake. Lake Hillier, Australia. Now we travel to a place that looks almost too strange to be real: Lake Hillier, on an island off the coast of Australia. What makes this lake so famous? Its water is bright pink. Yes, pink, like strawberry milk or bubblegum soda. When you first see Lake Hillier from above, the color is shocking. The lake is shaped like a long oval and is surrounded by green trees and deep blue ocean. The bright pink color stands out so strongly that it looks like someone spilled paint across the land. But the lake isn't colored by paint. It's completely natural. Scientists believe the color comes from special microorganisms and algae that live in the super salty water. These tiny life forms produce a pigment that makes the lake pink all year long. Even when you take the water into a bottle, it stays pink. And here's something even more surprising. Even though it looks unusual, the water is safe. No one fully knows why the lake stays so bright, but the mystery makes it even more fascinating. There is no other lake in the world that looks quite like Lake Hillier. Not this bright, not this consistent, not this magical. It reminds us that Earth doesn't just create beauty. Sometimes it creates surprises, things we would never expect, things that don't fit into ordinary rules. And from a lake that looks like candy, we now move into a place that feels like the setting of a fairy tale, or maybe a story whispered in the dark. The Dark Hedges, Northern Ireland. Our next destination takes us to a road that feels like the entrance to a story. This mysterious pathway is called the Dark Hedges, located in Northern Ireland. The road is lined with tall, twisting beech trees planted over 300 years ago. Their long branches stretch out and curve above the road, weaving together to form a natural tunnel. When the wind moves through the leaves, the trees seem to whisper to each other, creating a gentle, hushed sound. Walking down this path feels like stepping into a fairy tale. The sunlight peeks through the leaves in soft patches, and shadows dance across the ground. Some days, a thin mist settles around the trees, making the scene look mysterious, dreamy, and a little bit eerie, like something magical could happen at any moment. Local stories say that a ghostly figure called the Grey Lady sometimes appears among the trees, moving silently before fading into the shadows. Whether the story is true or not, it adds to the path's feeling of wonder and curiosity. The Dark Hedges have become famous around the world, especially after being shown in movies and television shows. But even without fame, the pathway holds its own quiet beauty. It reminds us that nature can create places that feel alive, not just with plants and animals, but with imagination, mystery, and memory. And now, we arrive at our final destination, a place where the sky itself comes alive with dancing colors. The Northern Lights near the North Pole. For our final wonder, we look not at the land below us, but at the sky above. In the far northern parts of the world, in countries like Iceland, Norway, Canada, and Finland, the night sky sometimes comes alive with swirling color. This breathtaking sight is known as the Northern Lights, or the Aurora Borealis. Imagine looking up at the sky and seeing waves of glowing green, purple, blue, and pink moving slowly like they are dancing. The lights stretch across the sky, twisting and rippling like silk floating in the wind. Sometimes the colors are soft and gentle, like a whisper. Other times, they shine bright and bold, lighting up the night almost like magic. But this isn't magic, it's science. The Northern Lights happen when energy from the sun travels to Earth and meets the air in our atmosphere. When they collide, the sky lights up with color, creating one of the most spectacular natural shows on the planet. People who see the Northern Lights often say the experience feels emotional. Some say it makes them feel small in a beautiful way, like the universe is showing them something rare and powerful. Others say it feels like the sky is alive, speaking without words. It reminds us that Earth is not just land, water, and rock. It is energy, light, mystery, and wonder. As our adventure comes to an end, take a moment to think about everything we have seen. From glowing caves and pink lakes to mountains in the clouds and oceans bursting with life. Our planet is filled with places that seem almost impossible, yet they are real, waiting right here on Earth. These wonders remind us of a few important things. Earth is creative, It shapes stone, water, light, and life into forms that are amazing and unexpected. Earth is ancient. Some of these places took millions of years to form. They are living history, older than cities, older than stories, older than us. Earth is delicate. Many of these wonders can only continue to exist if we take care of them. Nature gives us beauty, but it also trusts us to respect it. And finally, Earth is full of surprises. There is always something new to learn, to discover, to protect, and to wonder about. So the next time you look at a map or see a picture of a faraway place, remember, our planet is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. And who knows, maybe one day you will stand on the salt mirror in Bolivia, or walk among cloud-touched mountains in China, or watch the sky shine green and purple in the Arctic night. The world is vast. The world is waiting. And this is only the beginning of your journey.